And now we're getting into the Deshaun Watson demands trade. Now, this is odd for sure because Deshaun Watson has been on the Texans since he left Clemson. And I've always watched Clemson with a close eye. Him and DeAndre Hopkins played together. They lost DeAndre. They lost everybody. Amazed they kept JJ and Deshaun, but Deshaun wants out. And the Texans just aren't listening. They're not picking up the phone for trade offers, which that's the worst thing a franchise can do. That makes players not want to play in your franchise, to be completely honest. I understand Deshaun is a generational talent, but it just looks better. People are going to go, oh, okay, they listen to their players if, you ask for a trade publicly. And it just pisses me off that they're not listening. Deshaun obviously deserves better if you're not going to give him an offensive line. But I want to talk about some places he should go, and I want to talk about Brett Favre's comments on the entire thing. And I'll start with Brett Favre's comments. Favre said, and I quote, "I'm kind of old school. You play, you get paid a ton of money to do a certain job, and you just do it, and you let the chips fall where they may." That is very funny from a player who retired twice. You retired from Green Bay, went to the Jets, and then you retired from the Jets and went to the Vikings to play your old team. I'm not going to curse on my channel, Brett Favre, but I've never liked you. I know you're not talking about the chips falling into the right place. Now, maybe if you would have, I'm not, I can't even say what I'm thinking because it's just messed up. I just don't like you, Brett Favre. And especially you coming after players saying these types of things. Like, really? Really? You're going to talk about chips falling into place when you left Green Bay. That's just hysterical to me because of how you left, like, your NFL, career. It's just sad, honestly, because leaving to the Jets is fine. Trying to turn around the Jets, that's one thing. That is one, great thing. But you appeared in 2 Super Bowls, one against the, to my knowledge, the New England Patriots. I'm pretty sure. And you beat them. Nice job. But then you appeared in Super Bowl 32. Don't think you won. Or no, I'm sorry. No, yeah. Green Bay Packers, you won. You won MVP 3 years in a row. And then you went to the Jets, and then the Vikings. Amazed you didn't unretire again. You probably still could. It's just so annoying when retired players will talk about what current players should do when they did the complete opposite. Now, maybe it's a total, oh, I know better because I went through that. I went through the same thing. I made the first mistake. That's fair. But he said it's because he's old school. Stupidest thing he could have possibly said. Brett Favre, get a real job. I'm kidding. Brett Favre, just don't say things like that. Like, you know what? Say whatever you want, Brett Favre. I can't control what you say. I don't agree with what you said. I love you, Brett Favre. I know I say I don't like you much. It's because you went to the Jets and Vikings. If you retired with the Packers, it would have been one thing. It's the same reason why I had a lot of disdain for Brady for a few months. But of course, he won a Super Bowl with the Bucks. But anyway, some places I think Deshaun Watson should go. Deshaun Watson, here's my first team that's going to shock a lot of people. Deshaun Watson should try to get to the Saints. Yes, I said it. A lot of people aren't going to agree with it. A lot of people haven't even thought of this. Drew Brees, it's announced that he's most likely retiring. He hasn't announced anything. But if I was a betting man, which I am, I'm a degenerate gambler, I would put money on Drew Brees retiring. They're looking for the next quarterback. Now, I'm fine with Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston, I think he deserves a shot. But also, I would take Deshaun Watson over Jameis Winston any day of the week, any year, any weather. I don't care. Deshaun Watson, again, generational talent, deserves a great franchise, deserves a great wide receiver like Michael Thomas, deserves a good defense that the Saints have, and deserves just a legacy the Saints have and a good head coach that he didn't get in the Texans. And I think this is the best move for him. I think it's one that a lot of teams aren't looking at. But also, you're talking to the kid February 23rd, 2020. I made a video predicting that Tom Brady would go to the Tampa Bay Bucks. That'll be linked in the description of this. Before anyone said that he would go to the Bucks and what he won a Super Bowl. So shut up. I'm just saying, if you're going to say I'm bad at predicting, Sean Newcomb, you said that I was bad at predicting. I'm going to at you in this. And you said I probably make a million bad takes. I'm not predicting that he's going there. I'm just saying it's a very good move for him. But anyway, back to other teams. The Bears, Bears are a struggling team, not as bad as the Texans. The Bears were a playoff team this year, did okay, not great. Honestly, they did awful against the Saints, but they could have beat the Saints if they really wanted to. He could turn this franchise around. He's better than Mitch Trubisky. Mitch Trubisky for Deshaun Watson, a bunch of firsts. That's the thing about the Saints. I can't fathom a trade that would make sense without them getting rid of probably Jameis, probably Michael Thomas, if I'm being honest, and like a bunch of picks. Without getting rid of Michael Thomas, you need to get rid of a very good, probably defensive player. Maybe their pass rusher. I doubt. I'm not even going to say his name because he seems untouchable to me. Alvin Kamara, maybe? Like, there's not many things that make sense in my head for Deshaun, but that is the best team I can see him going to. There's the Bears, you need a lot of firsts. Mitch Trubisky and probably a receiver, even though they have none, and probably a player on defense because they're asking for a king's ransom. Patriots are another team. Jarrett Stidham goes to the Texans. That'd be smart in my opinion. Trade for Jarrett Stidham. Probably get a couple picks. Bill Belichick doesn't even want picks. I would also go for N'Keal Harry because he hasn't done anything in New England, if we're being honest. I love N'Keal Harry, but go for N'Keal Harry for sure. And then probably also, honestly, if I'm the Patriots, I'm trading Gilmore because Gilmore, he's getting older, he's regressing. Some people I would not trade. J.C. Jackson, no chance. If they ask for Cam Newton, he's gone. Give him to him. Another person I would not trade. Any lineman we have. Somebody else I wouldn't trade. Any young receiver we draft. And any young quarterback we draft besides Jarrett Stidham. Jarrett Stidham to the Bears, I could care less. Another team that would probably work, the Dolphins. Don't even have to explain it. Tua for Deshaun, a couple picks. Probably. You can't get rid of Howard. There's no chance in hell it'll happen. Again, a receiver, defensive player, something good. And I'm just going to list one more team. If Aaron Rodgers leaves the Green Bay Packers, which I think could happen, instead of letting him be a free agent, the best chance they have is trading him to the Texans. And I think that will be the one trade the Texans entertain. Besides that, of course, there's dark horse teams like the Lions could also always trade for him, even though they just got Jared Goff. I'm trying to think of other weird. The Jets, of course. Jets are always in it, but the Jets will never get anything ever. I'm trying to think of other teams. The Raiders are always in the mix. Yeah, they could do it. But it'd be tough. The Broncos, their fan base switches from quarterback to quarterback every week. But that's all I'm going to talk about Deshaun. I love Deshaun.